don't feel like the world is going to respect our hair as it is until we start respecting and loving it ourselves. Until we stop trying to manipulate it so much to look a certain way and just accept the fact that it is kinky, it is curly, it is coily, it's frizzy, it's big, and it does what it wants to do. Until we start accepting that, I don't think anyone else is gonna accept that for us. Hey guys, welcome to my Natural Academia, and today's video is gonna be on why I hate the natural hair community. All right, so I'm gonna try to be as vague as possible. I'm not gonna come for anybody directly. I'm not gonna say any names. I don't really care who you think I'm talking about. I'm not talking about anyone specifically. But anyways, the first reason why I hate the natural hair community, well, hate is a very strong word. I don't want to say I hate them, but I really don't like them. The equivalent to that is hate. So the first reason why I hate the natural hair community is because I really feel like it's a scam. So a lot of the people in the natural hair community, especially the people at the top, the leaders and stuff like that who set these trends and stuff like that, they are really selling people dreams. I feel like a lot of people in the natural hair community, especially the followers, they are just what they're called, like they're followers. Like they do whatever the person at the top tells them to do. So if the person at the top, whatever her hair type is, whatever she uses on her hair and she says it's amazing, everybody else in the natural hair community likes to use it. Which is why I feel like a lot of these hair care routines and products in general are so idolized by a lot of the people in the natural hair community. Like there's a lot of products that is forced on the natural hair community, and I feel like they feel like to have healthy hair they need to buy these products. They feel like to have healthy hair or long hair they need to do these routines. Like I had somebody message me the other day and she was like, what do you think about massaging your scalp? I remember a time where everybody was raving over massaging your scalp for hair growth and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say massaging your scalp is not good for you or massaging your scalp is terrible and stuff like that. I personally have never had to do it to get to the length that I'm at right now. It does stimulate blood flow, I will say, but it's not gonna guarantee you fast hair growth overnight. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of times people in the natural hair community, they always think that there's a shortcut to having healthy hair or long hair or whatever it may be. And I just feel like it's a scam for that reason. And another reason why I think it's a scam is because half of these creams, custards, oils, and gels that are being advertised to you guys, you really don't even need them. And I hate how they target the natural hair community specifically. I feel like a lot of these brands do it because they know people are naive. If the bottle looks nice, people are gonna buy it. And that's just how I feel. That's their marketing technique to me. That's just how I feel, because there's only so much creams, so much gels, so much products people need, and it baffles me sometimes when I see people that are product junkies, because first of all, you don't even need that many products. I really don't feel like there's any product in the world that's going to grow your hair overnight. So I have these products that are being advertised to the natural hair community being forced on them and stuff like that, and they feel obligated to buy it because the head of the natural hair community or the heads of the natural hair community, they're telling them, oh, it works for me, go buy this, go buy that, when really you don't even need it. And it's a scam. I feel like a lot of times they like to prey on people who are genuinely just trying to grow long, healthy hair or whatever the case may be. They like to prey on these people and tell them this product's gonna work for you or this product's gonna work for you, when like the product does absolutely nothing to your hair. The product's like any other gel, any other custard, any other cream, any other defining cream, or whatever you guys can be buying. I don't really buy any of that stuff, so I don't really know the names of these products that are being advertised, but I honestly feel like half of them you don't even need. I feel like half of them are a scam. I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube specifically recently about trying all these things to get fast hair growth overnight or fast hair growth in a week, and it's just like, that is so unrealistic to think that your hair is going to grow down your back from your shoulders to your back overnight. I think that's so unrealistic. And then when people do these things and they don't get the results, they're like, oh, maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I don't have enough iron. Maybe I don't have enough this. Maybe I don't have enough that. When there's nothing wrong with you. I mean, unless you actually have a medical condition that's causing your hair not to grow, which I do think you should go get that checked out before you come to anybody on social media and get it fixed for you. I just personally don't feel like half of these things that are being advertised in the natural hair community is realistic. It's just not realistic. The idea of having fast hair growth, I feel like that's unrealistic. The idea of having all these creams, custards, oils, and stuff like that for fast hair growth or for healthy hair growth, I feel like that's unrealistic. All you need is one cream, all you need is one oil, all you need is one gel. if you even use that many products on your hair. All you need is one. You don't need 5 different of one product. They all do the same thing. I feel like the best way to have healthy hair or grow the longest of hair that you ever can is to be simplistic with your routine. I feel like that's the best advice I can give to anyone who's trying to grow long, healthy hair. Don't touch it and be simplistic with your routine. When people come to me and ask me, oh, what's something that I can recommend that's gonna grow their hair really fast? And it's just like, girl, I don't use any products that's gonna grow my hair really fast. My hair grows out of my head and it grows at its own pace. I eat a healthy diet. What else do I do? Wash my hair when needed be, which is probably like once every 2-3 months. Oh, and I braid it up and I leave it alone. It makes the natural hair community lose credibility in my eyes when you guys are advertising all these unnecessary products and selling them at these outrageous prices. I don't mean to knock your business, but y'all selling these products at these outrageous prices. Half of these products are so unnecessary for hair growth and healthy hair in general. Simplicity is always best. Another reason why I've grown to hate the natural hair community is because I really feel like it's becoming a cultic, kind of. Like, it's very toxic, the natural hair community. Like, you say one thing against anything that they believe in and they literally will drag you. And it's just like, what did I do? Okay, what did I do? I don't even know how to fight, and y'all trying to fight me over a screen, over a comment, over an opinion, okay? And I don't understand that. The natural hair community, you can argue, is very toxic in very different ways, but some of the reasons that I think the natural hair community is the most toxic is when it comes to texture discrimination and just basic priorities that should be at the top of y'all list in this natural hair community, but y'all don't even have a list. In regards to texture discrimination, I really just want the natural hair community, or anybody that's natural that looks up to these natural hair people who set the standards and stuff like that. I just want y'all to move to a place where the hair typing system by this, let me put a picture right here, by this man right here. I just need y'all to get past that hair typing system. Is it that hard? Y'all be acting like this hair typing system was a gift left by y'all ancestors. I really don't understand why y'all look up to this hair typing system so much. I feel like we've evolved as people to understand that there's much more to taking care of hair than just the curl pattern. I feel like as a group, as a whole, we all understand that it takes so much more to taking care of hair than just knowing your curl pattern. So why is that at the top of our list when it comes to standards in the natural hair community? I don't even know why I'm saying we. Why is that at the top of y'all list when it comes to taking care of your hair? Why is knowing your curl pattern at the top of the list? I feel like right now it's at the top of the list. I just feel like if y'all gonna look at this bald-headed rugrat hair typing system, it would be much more beneficial if we just stuck to type 2, type 1, type 3, and type 4. Because there's so many variations in between that cannot just be broken down into 3 different categories like he does in his hair typing system. I don't understand what's not clicking in people's heads. Like, there's so much more to knowing hair than your curl pattern. The chart doesn't even have every single person's hair texture. So isn't that another reason to just get rid of it completely? I did a video a few months back and I'm talking about how I grew my natural hair, right? I'm talking about what grew out of my head. Let me tell y'all how the only thing half of these people that watched this video were focused on was the texture on top of my head. What is wrong with y'all? I don't understand. Like, why is curl pattern so important to you guys? If y'all want to use a chart so bad, why can't we just stick to type 3 hair, type 4 hair, type 2 hair, and type 1 hair? Why can't we just stick to that? Why does the actual curl pattern, may it be 4A, 4B, or 4C, why does that matter so much to you? If you can give me a real reason as to why it matters, and why you care about it so much, maybe I'll change my mind as on why I hate it so much. Maybe I'll go ahead and consider changing my mind. If you can give me an actual real reason as to why it's important at all, go ahead in the comment section if you're brave enough. Because nothing's gonna change my mind, okay? Nothing's gonna change my mind. I feel like the hair typing system causes probably one of the biggest divisions in the natural hair community, which is why a lot of people leave the natural hair community. I feel like the division starts when the hair types are divided into subsections. I feel like people who have 3C hair or people who just have looser textured hair in general, they're not allowed to talk about their experiences when it comes to their natural hair. They're literally shunned if they say that they struggle with taking care of their hair, because people with tighter curls are just like, oh, I wish I had your curl pattern, or you had no room to complain, your curl pattern is easy to manage. And it's just like, I feel like that's the most ignorant way to think. There's so much more that comes with a person's hair type than just their curl pattern, and I don't understand why so many people just look at the curl pattern and call it a day. They don't look at the density, they don't look at the porosity, they don't look at any of that stuff. All they care about is the curl pattern. Just because somebody has a looser textured hair and you have a tighter textured curl, it doesn't leave room for you to disrespect them and say that their hair is not as hard to manage as you. You don't know what somebody deals with on their wash days. You don't know what somebody deals with when it's time to style their hair. You don't know anything about their hair but what they decide to show you. Y'all remember back in the day, like probably 2-3 years ago, when people spoke about natural hair, all you saw is looser textured curls. Maybe that's where the disrespect stems from. Maybe that's where it comes from, because a lot of tighter textured hair people didn't see their representation on the media and stuff like that. But I still don't feel like that gives you room to disrespect or belittle them when they're talking about their own hair care regimens or their own hair care routines or their own hair care struggles and stuff. That's no reason for you to say that looser textured hair people don't experience any types of hardships when it comes to taking care of their hair. Please define to me, if you know, in the comment section, the goal of the natural hair community, as well as what curl patterns are substantial enough to be in the natural hair community. Okay, thank you. Also, I feel like because of the hair typing system and the way that it's organized and the way that it's charted, a lot of people, when they read it, you know, 4C hair is at the very end. That's where the hair typing system ends, with 4C hair, and it starts with whatever 1A or 2A, whatever it starts with. I forgot to mention that these pictures always depict people that have type 4 hair to have shorter hair, and that's the most annoying thing ever to me, especially because not all people that have type 4 hair have short hair, and I just feel like that's something I forgot to note, and I feel like it's important to note. And when people are reading it, you know, people read from left to right or top to bottom. 4C hair is always at the bottom, 4C hair is always at the far right. I feel like that subconsciously leads people to think that 4C hair is probably one of the ugliest or hardest hair to manage. And I feel like the tighter your hair gets, the lower manipulation you should be practicing. I personally have a tighter hair curl pattern, and one of the biggest things that's helped me to get to the length that I'm at right now is by just not touching it. It's by doing the bare minimum when it comes to my hair in regards to touching it. You know what I mean? We see all these different styles and stuff that a lot of people are doing with their hair and stuff like that. And I just feel like a lot of people with tighter textured curls feel the need to do those same things to, I don't know what the reason is, but I feel like a lot of you guys feel like you need to do it when you don't need to do it. I just feel like if you have tight textured hair and your goal is to retain length and your goal is to retain moisture, just don't touch your hair. Just don't touch it. But if you're not on the road to gaining length or whatever, and you want to stick with what you have, you can go ahead and do however many styles you want, and then complain to the natural hair community people about how hard your hair is to manage because you're touching it so much. I'm not saying to put your hair up and never touch it, but there's a fine line from touching your hair every day and touching it once a week and touching it once every 2 weeks and touching it once a month. There's a very fine line from doing too much and doing exactly what you need to be doing. In regards to type 4 hair specifically, I feel like a lot of things that are advertised towards type 4 hair nowadays especially is curl custards and anything to make your hair curly. And it's just like, we have curls, we have coils, we have it all on our head. Yeah, it may not be defined 100% all the time, but it's there. And I don't understand why there's such a big push for people to have to always show their curl patterns. I don't understand where defining your hair became such a big ideal. I don't understand where that came from. I just don't understand why type 4 hair people feel the need to make their hair look as defined as possible. Maybe it's a preference. Maybe it's just what you like. I just feel like those types of things are just some of the reasons why people like to say that their hair is unmanageable, because they're doing all these extra things that they don't really need to do. I've seen so many pretty 4C hairstyles, 4B hairstyles, 4A hairstyles that are undefined and they still look beautiful. Why can't we just wear our hair in its natural state? Why can't we just wear our hair as it is without going the extra mile to make it look defined? Going the extra mile to lay down the edges. Going the extra mile to do all these things. Why can't we just wear our hair as it is? You can blame society, you can blame the Caucasus, you can blame whoever you want, but at the end of the day, it's you. If you're not willing to be simplistic, no one's gonna force you to be simplistic. You can sit here and complain all you want, but at the end of the day, you're just doing too much. you're just doing too much. I feel like the obsession with curls or making your hair look as loose as possible is very dangerous, okay? Because that's going to be passed down to y'all kids, and y'all kids are going to think that they need to do everything they can to make their hair look as loose as possible, when you have to manipulate your hair to look looser 24/7, 5 days out the week, 7 days out the week. I feel like that's when it becomes a little dangerous and a little unhealthy and a bit problematic in the natural hair community. And I feel like so many people, whenever they do their hair, they gotta get the perfect wash and go. They gotta get all their curls to be on fleek. They gotta do all this, that, and the third to make their hair look as presentable as possible. Half of you guys are being advertised products to make your hair look like it's not yours. You're putting pounds of product on your hair to make it look a certain way that it doesn't naturally. I don't feel like the world is gonna respect our hair as it is until we start respecting and loving it ourselves. So until we stop trying to manipulate it so much to look a certain way and just accept the fact that it is kinky, it is curly, it is coily, it's frizzy, it's big, and it does what it wants to do, until we start accepting that, I don't think anyone else is going to accept that for us. I feel like that's something that the natural hair community needs to work on, have a little group gathering meeting and talk about it, because I feel like it's a very big issue, and it's really like the idea of having the best definition or the highest definition in your hair is something that's been idolized these past couple years, and I don't think it's healthy at all because it's unrealistic. And that's another thing I wanted to touch on. A lot of people are uninformed. A lot of people don't want to do their own research on products until somebody does it for them, and then, oh, we're gonna cancel Eco Styler. But y'all still using that curling cream, y'all still using that custard that has even worse chemicals in it than the Eco Styler does. So I just feel like a lot of people in the natural hair community don't know how to do their own research. They just search for what works with the person that's at the head, and then everybody else follows. Nobody wants to do their own research. Nobody wants to look anything up on free Google. Nobody wants to look anything up for $0.99. Nobody wants to look anything up on the internet. The last thing that I wanted to talk about, which I kind of touched on in the last topic, is that the natural hair community, or the people in it at least, are a little bit hostile sometimes. They're a little bit rude. They're a little bit mean. There's this video that I was watching a couple months, was it a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago? I was watching it a while ago, and this girl, she's not a natural hair YouTuber or anything like that. Her niche is not natural hair. She doesn't specifically cater her content to being a natural hair YouTuber. She doesn't do that. But here and there, she'll come and she'll show people how she washes her hair, and she'll show people how she's braiding her hair. Like, she'll just show people how she does certain things with her hair, or it may be for the first time because she doesn't really do much with her hair. She'll just show people how to do it. And let me tell you how this girl, she's new, doesn't really know much about her hair. Let me tell you how, when I'm reading these comments, people are just being so disrespectful. They're like, why would you ever put that on your hair? Why would you ever comb your hair when it's dry? Why would you ever do this? Why would you ever do that? Come to find out, a couple weeks ago, the girl was like, I'm never posting another natural hair video again. I'm like, rightfully so, because you were getting judged so much by these people, and it's just like, there was no need for the disrespect. If she was doing something that didn't align with your little occultic ways in the natural hair community, it's absolutely no reason to sit there and bash her and tell her she's stupid and she's this and that, and her hair's never gonna grow and she's never gonna have the healthy hair. Like, why would you even put that in the universe? Like, why would you even say that to somebody? Like, so many people were being rude to this girl to the point where she said she's never uploading a natural hair video again. And I was just sitting there like, y'all really bullied this girl into never posting another YouTube video about natural hair? I actually enjoyed her content. Even though, you know, she wasn't the best, but it was fun seeing her learn about her hair. It was fun seeing her learn how to wash it, learn how to do it herself. It was fun, like, going through that journey with her, even though she don't really know me, but you know, it's fine or whatever. She don't really know me, but it was fun going through that journey with her, and to see her say that she's never posting a natural hair video again, you know, it hit me hard. It hit me real hard, and I was just like, wow, y'all took this away from me. I took it personally, because wow, y'all did this to me. The natural hair community did this to me, and I just feel like sometimes the natural hair community can be very like hostile. If something doesn't go their way, or the way that they were taught by the leaders, of this clan, by the leaders of this community. If it doesn't align with what the leader said, they all bash anybody who does different. And I feel like that's a very hostile way to think. That's a very rude way to think. And I don't think it's nice. I don't think it's very nice at all to bash somebody for not doing the routine that you do with your own hair. And I feel like doing that pushes so many people outside of the community. Like, doing that makes people just not like want to take care of their hair, or not want to show people their hair at all. Like, let me just throw on a wig and just not care about my hair because I'm getting judged through a screen by people who's supposed to have hair like me, and they're judging me for not doing they're judging me for doing something wrong, or they're judging me for doing a routine differently. I just feel like that's just so sad. I just feel like a lot of the commentary or advice that you guys get from social media, or you guys get from these gurus, I don't even know what they're called. A lot of the advice that you guys get from these people, you should take it with a grain of salt, because no one product works on everybody's hair. There's not one product that's going to work on every single person's hair. There's not one way of taking care of your hair, or one routine that's going to work for everybody. Everybody has different ways that they take care of their hair, and I feel like y'all need to understand that, because all hair is different. And you, like, a lot of people in the natural hair community, they like to say all hair is different, but then they look at curl pattern and they're telling you, oh, you need to take care of your hair this way. But if all hair is different, why do I need to take care of my hair like that, the girl with the same texture as me? She may have the same texture, but a different porosity and different density, and products may not respond the same. You know what I mean? Like, what works for one person may not work for everybody. And I really feel like y'all need to understand that. A lot of you guys are very hostile when it comes to giving commentary or giving advice or commenting on it on people's videos here on YouTube, and you're pushing people away from the community. You're forcing people out because you're being so judgmental. I, on the other hand, you could tell me whatever you want to tell me. You could tell me I'm not taking care of my hair the right way, but at the end of the day, did you help me grow my hair? No, you did not. Okay, so you have no room to speak about what's going on in my head. You have no room to say anything negative about what's growing out of my head, because what I've been doing for myself has been working. You can't tell me that washing my hair every 2-3 months is disgusting, because you don't do it. Okay, it works for me. And my hair has gone down my back. My hair grew down to my waist doing this method. So you can't tell me it's wrong. You can't tell me it's disgusting, because you don't do it, okay? You can't tell me finger detangling my hair is gross and finger detangling my hair doesn't get all the shed hair out of my head. You can't tell me it doesn't work because it doesn't work for you. It's worked for me. I've been finger detangling my hair for the past 4 or 5 years, and my hair has grown from my ears to my waist. So you can't tell me my routine doesn't work because it doesn't work for you. Okay? Instead of sitting here and following these leaders in this natural hair community, how about you find something that works best for you instead of following others? Come up with your own routine, come up with your own products or something like that. Make something at home. I guarantee you, when you make your own product at home, it'll work way better than half these products that they be advertising on the media for what, $30 for a shampoo? $50 for a shampoo, $25 for a conditioner. I mean, you can argue and say that some of them work, which I completely agree with. I do think there's a few that actually work out there, but it's completely unnecessary to have every single one of them. It's completely unnecessary to think that, like, that's the only way that you're gonna have healthy hair. You know what I mean? And when you sit here and you bully somebody into, like, not loving their hair, or when you bully somebody into thinking that there's something wrong with them, or they don't struggle as hard as you because you have a harder texture or a rougher texture to manage, like, when you bully somebody to that extent, it pushes people away. And y'all need to understand that. And it baffles me when I see these comments of people just being blatantly rude. You can sit there and hide behind a screen, but when it's time to show face, y'all don't want to show face. I've never seen these people in real life. You know what? I'm gonna disregard my family members, but I never see these people in real life. So where are you guys in real life? The ones that be talking ish in the comment section. I be looking, whatever YouTuber I'm watching, I be looking in that comment section to see if somebody's talking mess. Cause I'm gonna clap back, okay? Cause I'm gonna clap back. That is all I had to say, guys. That is why I hate the natural hair community. I feel like it's a scam. Half the products that they're advertising to you guys, you don't even need them. I feel like it's toxic. You guys are uninformed, don't do your own research. And I feel like it's hostile because some of you guys can be very rude with your comments, and yeah, those are just some of the reasons why I hate the natural hair community. I'm sure there's much more reasons why I should, but I don't. Those are just the top 3 reasons that I could think of in my own head. If you have any other comments or your own personal reasons as to why you don't like the natural hair community, if you just so happen to not, you can go ahead and comment it down below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on my commentary or my opinion. I really appreciate you guys for clicking on this video and watching, and I'll see you guys next time.